Okay, this is for a follow-up to that video. So, he goes into controlled opposition with the Trump stuff. I don't know. I'm not gonna. So, I mean, I don't know. But anyways, that wasn't my point. So this is a follow-up. I questioned him about his symbol there, which looked like the square and compass and the seal of Saturn. And he tells me, if you look closely, you'll see an A and an upside-down A in an imprisoned world. The name Anargie does not mean anarchy. It is misspelled deliberately. I believe in the laws of nature, which can be seen all over my channel. And okay, well, two A's together. So has kind of an as above, so below sort of thing to it, don't it? And that's what I added. I never cared whether it was anarchy or anarchy. I just noticed the double A with a line looked a lot like the square and compass, or actually a lot more like the seal of Saturn, and was just wondering the purpose. Thank you for explaining. Does the A and upside down A have sort of an as above, so below touch to it? Kind of makes me think of that as well. Thank you for replying, and that's basically all I said. But I mean, come on.
With their pants down. In Russian TV in the east of Ukraine, the so-called pro-Russian militias are actively fighting the so-called Ukrainian Nazism. And at the same time, the minister of some cases of a non-existent...
So, if you care to watch this guy's channel, see what you think of it, I haven't. I just stumbled upon it in my notifications here in BitChute. I might start watching his channel just to see everything that he says, but I do know this much. It is a lot about, it's the Jews. It's nothing but the Jews. And don't get me wrong, I have no beef in that. It's just there's a secret society involvement with that. It's not just run by Jews. So, or rabbis praise. I'll show you this one real quick. Praise Hitler. You see, yeah, this is true. So Jewish supremacism is a real thing, and the rabbis that are wanting their version of their New World Order and everything. We believe in racism. There are racists in the world. Rabbi Eliezer Castiel can be heard saying, yes, we are racist. We believe in racism. There are racists in the world and genetic qualities of nations. This requires us to think how to help them. And Rabbi Gloria Radler could be heard saying that the Holocaust was a divine punishment designed to make the Jewish people leave the diaspora. And that the true Holocaust is secular culture in which we believe in man. That is the Holocaust. Rabbi went on to say that Hitler was the rightest person there was. Went on to say that the Nazi ideology was true, as there is a masculine side which fights and is focused on honor and the brotherhood of men. The brotherhood of men. You've heard that before with the secret societies. That's really just NWO shit, but in a feminine world which is soft and moral claims one should submit the other cheek. Hitler was right, but he was on the wrong side, meaning against the Jews. So, and the other one gets more in detail. That one didn't get as much detail as the article that I read. So, maybe the Hitler's racist ideology was 100% correct, only criticizing it for not being applied to the right people, that is, the Jews. That is, the Jews should be the master race and non-Jews the inferior race, the Untermenschen. Yeah, it's... Um, So here's this Rabbi Eliezer Castile saying this: abolishing legal slavery has created deficiencies. No one is responsible for that property. With God's help, it will return. The Goyim will want to be our slaves. Being a slave of the Jews is the best. They must be slaves. They want to be slaves instead of just wandering the streets being foolish and harming each other. Now he is a slave. Now his life is beginning to come into order. The Goyim in this context is to be understood as Palestinians. He says it's because they have quote-unquote genetic problems and posits that they want to be under occupation. There are people around us, people with genetic problems. Ask any average Arab where he wants to be. He wants to be under occupation. Why? Because they have genetic problems. They don't know how to run a country. They don't know how to do anything. Look at the state of them. Don't that sound familiar? Of course there is racism. Yes, we are racist. We believe in racism. You can read this if you want. Wow. The Nazi logic was right onto themselves. Hitler says that a certain group in society is the seed of all calamity for all humanity. That because of it, all mankind will go to oblivion. That they harm humanity and therefore must be exterminated. So, yeah. So that's a reality that I do acknowledge. So, so, hope for... He will transform a seemingly utopian dream into a reality. Somewhere around here. It is interesting to note that the wall of the United Nations building in New York is inscribed with the quote from Isaiah 11:6, and the wolf shall lie with the lamb. Moshiach is a Jewish concept, and his coming will entail a return to Torah law. So, blah, 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 blah. Observance of the 7 universal Noahide laws by non-Jews. So the Sanhedrin, the Supreme Jewish Law Court of 71 Sages, will be reestablished and will decide on all manners of law. The Jews will return to full Torah observance and practice. Initially, there will be no change in the world order other than its readiness to accept messianic rule. All the nations of the world will strive to create a new world order, which there will be no more wars and conflicts. So, I'm fully aware of this, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna I've done videos on some of this stuff. Remember what I pointed out what Alice Bailey said in her externalization of the hierarchy, that these guys, these Kabbalist Jews, not the Orthodox, belong to that same aristocracy of faith, direct quote, as the hierarchy itself belongs. The rest of them are just going to be the Orthodox, are, according to her, in the New World Order, New World Religion, will be obsolete. Well, basically, yeah. So, anyways, figured I'd show that, and, well, have a good one.